Hi again guys, I'm back with another unboxing. I presume this is from, blimey, that's tough, from Qubes.com, QubeZZ. I've got a few orders I'm waiting for, so I think this will be one from there. It is indeed, and you can probably see from the box there what this is already. This is a new puzzle from Dayan. Now most people on Twisty Puzzles forum are calling this the F-Skewb, and that includes myself, simply because the first physical version of this kind of puzzle that was made was by Tima Bottioff on a Shapeways puzzle, and he called it the F-Skewb, so that's what everybody used. However, Dayan are apparently calling this the Dino Scoob, which I can understand why. 4-axis 4-rank cube. Why wouldn't they just put that name on? What's that? Dayan 4 cube. Anyway, you'll see why they've called it that. If I can ever get it out of the box. Ah, there we go. However, it's a bit disappointing that they've called it that, because there is also a Dino Scoob, but again it's a Shapeways puzzle. So anyway, let's see. You can see this, that turns quite nicely. This corner turns like this, so that's very much like a Dino cube. So obviously that's where the Dino part comes from. And you can see that this turn here is very much like a Scoob turn. So you've got kind of a combination of Scoob there and Dino there. And every side you go to, you'll have a Dino turn and a Scoob turn. So that's why they've called it the Dino Scoob. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing when there's always already a puzzle with that name. But oh well, there's the breaks. I mean, it's not a big deal at the end of the day. It's just I don't know. It's a bit disappointing and confusing to people when you've got different puzzles with the same name. But no, turning quality on this is excellent so far. It feels slightly lightweight, I think. I guess there's a lot of hollowness, but all the pieces are capped and everything, so that's as far as I can see, so that's not an issue. It's not flimsy or anything, it just feels slightly lighter than I was expecting for some reason. I suspect this is reasonably difficult puzzle to solve. I haven't read anything about the solving process of it, but I'll be honest, I haven't got a clue how to go about solving this. I don't know where to start on this one, so because you haven't got all the Scoob turns, so you can't use full Scoob, or can you? Oh yeah, I suppose that's a Scoob sequence there, isn't it? But you've also got kind of, well, they don't turn so well right now actually. So I just want to see what this does, see what, yeah, it does swap corners like it would on a Master Scoob actually, that, so okay, maybe you can kind of solve it Scoob like. Yeah, I'm probably going to have a little bit of a play around with this before I scramble it fully. So I want to see if I can figure out. Oh, I see. So those two turns are next to each other. I never noticed that. I noticed that, yeah, those opposite each other on the Scoob turn and the Dino turns, but I never noticed that the two Dino turns were on the same face. So, but they don't interact with each other at all, so it's kind of meaningless. So yeah, I will go away and have a little play with this before I scramble it, I think. So I'll be back in a little while with that. Alright then, so I've had a little bit of a play around with this. I've got a good idea of where to start trying to figure out how to solve it. So I think it's time to get this thing scrambled. I've got a few kind of ideas and sequences that I've had a go with, and obviously it's not going to be an absolutely perfect idea of exactly what needs to be done at all stages, because yeah, I don't think you can come to that just by a quick fiddle sort of thing, but it's especially something that's slightly new, really, you know. I mean, obviously I've seen F-Skewb cuts and Dino cuts before, but never on the same puzzle in mixture like this, so it's definitely going to be an interesting puzzle. Fingers crossed I can figure this one out and get it solved without any help. We'll see. The turning on this, I've noticed there's lots of lube on it actually. It's not excessive or anything, but it's definitely been well lubed before it came to me. When I've been trying to do a few algorithms and things, it has turned out to be, I don't know if you saw that then, quite catchy in places, which is a bit disappointing. I don't know exactly what's catching, because other pieces appear to be capped and everything, as I said earlier, so I'm not entirely certain what's going on there, but you do have to make sure things are quite well lined up, and I did reach situations occasionally where I've turned a piece, say a Dino cut it was actually. Let me just find one again and show you. It's hard to see them now, it's scrambled. But yeah, so I turned it clockwise, and I just simply could not turn it anti-clockwise again for the life of me. Now it might be something that breaking in will improve, so I'll sort of like give further impressions on that a little bit later once I've hopefully solved it. But yeah, I think we'll call that scrambled. I'll go away, I'll have a go at solving it, and I'll get back to you with my thoughts a little later. Alright then, so as you can see I've got it solved again. Wasn't really difficult, but it certainly wasn't easy to solve. I got to a stage at one point where I thought I was about to solve it, and I had one corner rotated. I think it was the yellow, red and blue one. It was just rotated one step. Everything else on the puzzle was solved, but one corner was rotated one step. And I was like horrified. I had no idea that would be possible. I thought I knew how to fix it. I did what I thought I needed to do, and found out that I now had 3 corners that were out of position, and I couldn't get them in position by them without disturbing the one that was solved. So yeah, took me a little thinking about to get the final corners sorted. There's only 4 of those corners if you look actually, because the other corners have got no corner on them, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was a fun challenge to solve this one. I guess it took me about an hour or so. I didn't really time myself, but yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this one. It brings together elements that you probably already know. If you've solved things like the Dino cube and the Master F-Skewb or the F-Skewb, then it brings together elements of those puzzles, but you do need to kind of apply them in slightly different ways. So, but yeah, if you know how to solve those, then there's a good chance you should be able to figure this one out. But yeah, as I said, it's needs things applied in slightly different ways to what you would normally do with those puzzles. However, it's definitely one to try if you've tried those puzzles, because it's an interesting new challenge, and I really like this puzzle. A few issues with it, turning quality wise, it does tend to be a little bit catchy at times. I had one occasion where it was very close to a pop. I managed to kind of just stop myself in time when it was about to pop. But I mean, each turn itself is perfectly smooth and easy to do. It's not difficult to turn or anything. It just catches now and again. You're in the middle of an algorithm, say, you know, just ready the kind of HP series or whatever, and it'll just suddenly catch. And as usual, if you're in the middle of an algorithm, when it catches, you sort of tend to lose your place exactly where you were, what you were doing at the time. So you do have to take a little bit of care, making sure things are lined up while solving it. But it's not like it's a really huge issue or anything, it just requires a little bit of care, that's all. But yeah, other than that, it's a very fun puzzle, as I said. Definitely one I'd recommend. As I said, I got this one from cubezz.com, C-U-B-E-Z-Z. I haven't seen it anywhere cheaper. Please feel free to have a look, because Their prices are excellent. I ordered this a little less than 2 weeks ago, so it's arrived quickly. The service there is great, and the prices just beat every other website I've seen. I don't see anywhere cheaper than them. So yeah, I'd check those out. I assure you, I'm not getting anything for recommending them. I just think they've got excellent store, excellent service, and I can't fault them. Alright then guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you next time, and please click like and subscribe if you like my videos, and take care till next time.